This is what the society should be based on. Art galleries, recreational centers, museums, creative institutes, schools, education, all should be free. There's free entry for all. So they could go in there, be thinkers, be creators, and not believe in the superstitious illusions of ideas like the religion, banks, governments, and so on. This is exactly how we should actually promote life. We should promote what do you call the well-balanced society with the intelligence. The free art at Serpentine Gallery just here at Hyde Park. Duane Hanson. One world working together in one direction. And intelligent management of world's resources and upgrading the living standards of all people in the world should be the statement. With profit for none, service for all should be the motto of humankind. Everything else will fail as long as the monetary system exists. And no statement will correct the human reflecting mind since a childhood unless you change the language that we speak, the language that the institutions and the monetary system produce right from the young age. This is the reflectors of the society. We are still failing as artists. We're still bringing in corporate images just like Coca-Cola there. What we need to do is enhance the life with free thinking, not become a reflector of the society and its corporations. And I will explain to you later on that. And we need to be intelligent to manage our resources and our human behavior by creating what do you call those two kids just on the mat. They've been given a puzzle without an adult supervision, and that gives those kids a creative idea to resolve that problem. We need to create a society with a very powerful understanding of educating our children to contribute to its wellness and its improvement, the basic fundamentals of life. It's an extremely powerful image, powerful statue or a wax creation, and very much translate our thoughts, our reflective image of the society, and even the artist have very much translated just that. Extremely, I don't know how to put it, but I will leave it for the viewer to digest that, the words that I've just spoken. The artist have pretty much projected the society's upbringing. A grass cutter. The figure that's on that machine is a projection of that individual's upbringing, the education, the surrounding, and the reflection of the society that individual was brought up. Hence, the image on that tractor is projected. It's unable to go beyond the boundaries of the projected translation of the society. And that's exactly where we fail. A great image. Great influence. Great image. The artist very much translates that. Somebody unhealthy, drinking Coca-Cola, wearing a hat. Obese, oversized, would be working, cutting grasses and lawns and manicuring the lawns across the spectrum of the society. At the same time, that black lady just there is rolling on a cleaner's bin, and she's been projected as the only job that she could have is a cleaner's job. Again, the artists have conditioned the viewer's mind just there. Construction site, an image of a construction site, and the work is at a construction site. A typical image of a contractor or an operative with a cigarette, and again projecting a very powerful image of that Marlboro pack of cigarettes, which in turn confirms that only a brand would create this image, and the attitude and the society's education in creating that figure. An artist hasn't gone beyond the reflection of the upbringing or the education of that artist. Is projected very much what you would see it in every construction site. Brands is what is being promoted very much here. At the same time, the image of the artist's conditioned mind. This is a great projection of the artist. He's put this image for us to think very clearly as what life is all about. To know how much the artist's been paid in putting up this amazing amount of creation. Yet, if you look at the brands of what is being promoted here, hence very much the brands may have sponsored this particular event of the exhibition. In turn, the exhibition itself is very much free and doesn't leave open to the individual's mind to take away the brand image of every single article used in this particular exhibition, including Coca-Cola, may have paid for this particular image here, where we are further conditioning the innocent mind of a human being. We become reflectors of societies rather than thinkers and an independent individual human being. The artists have projected the social system that's been devised some hundreds of years ago, which is very old. It pulls in and it strains the human being, since we have the capacity and the knowledge and the intelligence to produce machines that has no feelings to produce enough products, just like that gentleman just standing there. And that gentleman who's painting is a projection of the artist's image or the background and the education about the society in general has conditioned the mind, and it's relaying that message across to be not reflectors of society, but to be simple thinkers from a childhood, not repeat the same mistakes over and over again in society. And that image itself will put on the children who would come here to visit that only a human being with a different skin would do that kind of work. Human being with a different skin of this color would just sit and lounge and not be strained by the mundane responsibilities of society. And the machinery has strained this human being, and that's a reflection of our society today. We have the great intelligence and know-how to produce and create and reduce the muscle strength that is put into work every single day. Yet the humans are being paid just enough so that they come back to work, even though the wages of a higher degree is possible. The pay would not pay more than what is necessary to exist, so that this man has been strained for that reason, would come back to do that same repetitive job on a daily basis. This is what monetary system has created, an arduous and painful struggle of a human being coming to work every single day so that he could sustain his life. He could feed himself, and he could find good food or thereabout, and he could find a place to live. The payee would pay just enough so that he would have to repetitively come back to do the same job, and he will keep them in that position over the entire lifetime, and the time that's possibly able to have as a leisure is not possible for that human being in society. Here we are. This is what we have done in terms of unintelligent management of resources. We create so much with no regard to the society or to the human beings or to the living matter on this earth, and it generates so much of unwanted waste. Unintelligent way of managing the world's resources has created this image for us to all think about. It's a great image with great words. It's been paid just enough so that he would come back to work every single day of his life. The monetary system has created this mechanism to keep the population in itself, wear out in total, without allowing them to go beyond their daily duties. The payee would continue to pay just enough so that the worker would have to come back to work on a simply every single day. And that's the monetary system that we have created. Unintelligent, and it destroys the human wellness across the entire planet.